Early in my ghostwriting career, I was known as a business book author. And through the years, I've really zeroed in on the types of authors that I like to work with. But I found that the people I enjoy working with are business leaders. So they're typically CEOs, founders, entrepreneurs, business owners, and they want to use their book to either pursue some new opportunities for themselves personally or for their company. And so there's a message that their book has or something that they want to teach their audience, their target market. They're very articulate and they're super busy. That's the thing that comes through with everyone. That's why they hire a ghostwriter, because they want to write a book. Many of them have started working on a draft and they've just realized this is not the best use of my time. There's so many other things that they could be doing. They're smart people, but it doesn't make sense. Someone said, it's the same reason Bill Gates doesn't mow his own lawn. It's just not worth the time. So they hire someone like me because I'm familiar with the publishing process. I have a marketing background, so I can help them think through what's the best way to organize all this information. What does their target audience want to learn? And they don't want to learn everything, so I help them zero in on the core content that needs to be there. I help make sure that it sounds like them because it's a product of their expertise. It needs to sound like them. And then I guide them to help them choose a publishing path. So we start very early with thinking through the book, talking about marketing if they haven't been doing much. We write the book together and then we hand it off to the publisher so that it's an efficient process that doesn't take much of their time, but that ends up with a book that is even better written than they could do on their own because they had someone working alongside them to push them to really think about the best way to express their concepts and ideas. And I think this is so funny because I hear this so much from my clients that they're busy and that's why they hire me. But when you have someone who has written and published, dozens and dozens of books, so we're familiar with the process, and that can help save time and energy when we're working with our clients. But it's really the interview skills that matter the most. And I don't think authors necessarily think about this from the outset, but if you have someone with publishing experience, writing experience, major magazine experience, for example, they're very strong interviewers typically. And so they're going to ask questions that you as the author might not think to think about or to present or to write about. So your ghostwriter is going to push you and ask you questions you didn't think of that result in better ideas and expressions on the page. And again, you end up with a better quality product. And that's because you're working with someone who has publishing expertise, has done this many, many times.